What is up, Nomad Nation? It is your man, Godfather, coming right back at you from the Shire. It is 10:22. Where has October went? I tell you what, it keeps getting quicker and quicker as the months go on. So tonight, there is no special guest. We are not going to have anybody else joining us. That's why you see my headphones on. I got my little mic on. We're right back at we're right back with you with SteamYard coming right at you. And then, right down here, it is Talking Tuesday. Oh, ooh, my finger goes away. Sports games. Just because it's a rated G episode, we're going to go with WTF. So, like my shirt? I know Santiago would like it. By the way, talking about Santiago. So, people, if you're not supporting your small businesses, whether that be your Godfather, whether that be your Nomad Gamers, Kaiser Chungus, Santiago Cirillo, otherwise known as Julio from The Walking Dead. If you're not supporting these small people who are out there doing what they love to do, sometimes looking like a fool, this guy, sometimes looking awesome, Santi, you're doing it wrong. You're absolutely doing it wrong. Some of the best content made is made by the little guy. Now, I'll concede. I like my Big Bang Theory. I like my Flash. I like my Marvel comics, my DC comics. I love all that stuff. As you found out last Thursday, I really don't like the Fallout TV show. We will get more into that when all three of your nomads are in front of you. So today, I'm not going to lie, I was a bad Godfather. I did not prepare for today. The weekend slipped by me. Monday slipped by me. Tuesday came around, and I got hit with a curveball, and I couldn't prepare for tonight's episode. However, last week when I knew I wasn't bringing a surprise guest on tonight, I got to thinking, what am I going to do? And what would the other nomads not want to do? Because what they don't want to do and what I want to do, maybe two things. And if it's not going to be on Nomad Gamers, it's going to be on the Godfather. So this is one where they're not going to want to pick it up, and it's going to be all Godfather. So it's sports games. We're going to be talking about EA Sports. We're going to be talking about Madden. And we're going to be talking about the much anticipated release of NCAA football. But before we get all into that, I want to get to something real quick. So please bear with me. If you looked on Godfather's page late last week, I think it was Friday, I posted something from Santiago where it is a clip from him from the Walking Dead when Julio, I think it was at the prison scene, where Julio was getting down on some zombies. He flipped a picnic table. And he started whooping up on it. He started shooting. And did a pretty damn good job. I'm not a Walking Dead fan. I'm really not. I've maybe seen one episode. And then just a scene with Santiago in it doing what Santi does best. So I'm over on his page right now. I share his page on my page. And that reminds me, hit the brakes, Godfather. I'll tell you what, I get so wound up about this show that my mind goes into a million different ways, and I start bouncing. I'm like, ooh, shiny moment. Ooh, there's shiny there. Ooh, there's shiny there. I got to focus. So, first thing is first. You're watching me on YouTube. down here somewhere, you're going to see a subscribe button. Subscribe to the Nomad Gamers. Give us a subscribe and a like. Hit that thing. Hit it. Bing, 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 bing. Now, if you're over there on Facebook, on old Zuckerberg's Book of Faces, give us a like. We got 2 pages I need your help on. Give God's Father's page a like. I got to get to 100. And then give the Nomad Gamers a like. We, as a collective, got to get to that 100. The Nomad Gamers right now, you see, I told you, I got scatterbrain. It's shiny moments for me. Nope. That's God's Father. We want Nomads. Today is 10/22, and the Nomad Gamers are sitting with 6 likes, 21 followers. We're getting there. That's huge, because this time last week we did not have 21 followers. So I think we were at 13, 12 or 13. So we've almost doubled where we're at this time last week. So with that being said, all of our new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to Nomad Gamers. We are coming live to you this Saturday morning. I believe the time that we're going to be going live is 10 a.m. So you're going to be seeing God's Father with his mug of coffee. You're going to be seeing Chungus. I don't know what you're going to see Chungus with. He'll have something to drink. And we're going to get all into the GTA franchise. That's going to be coming at you at least live this Saturday. And it'll probably be recorded after that, except for special events like Thanksgiving would be one I can think of off the top of my head. Christmas would be another one. We're going to have the Shire all decorated up. Miss God's Father, as she goes by in the gaming world, is Alley Cat. However, Alley Cat is going to get in here and she's going to decorate up the whole place. We'll bring in the family. It'll be a good time. And hopefully by then, we got more than 100 followers and we can go live everywhere. So that was Nomad Gamers. Let's go over to God's Father. The mighty, mighty God's Father. God's Father's got 11 likes. I'm doing better than Nomad Gamers. I don't know how that works, but I'm doing better. And 23 followers. If I'm not mistaken, I've doubled how many I had in a week. A week. That's great. But I need your help. Go smash that like button. Share my content on your page, please. And then please ask your friends, if they're gamers, subscribe to our channel. The content's only going to get better with time. We are like a wine, baby. Only gets finer and gets better tasting with time. So, with that being said, let's go over to Santiago. Let's see what Santi has been up to. He was live earlier today. I don't have a schedule of when he goes live, but I can tell everybody out there that Santi goes live anywhere between 10 and 11 Central Standard Time. And he stays on for about a good hour. He talks about mental health. He talks about veterans. He talks about small businesses. He talks about all the projects that he's working on. He's working on some pretty good ones, too. Santi was just in Utah doing something with some scare factory or some haunted house. That's all I know. In fact, when I'm browsing his page to see what he's doing, the first thing I see is Santiago's face. I love you, man. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing this. By the way, hopefully by Thirsty Thursday, I should be rocking some Hayad Nation swag. Hayad Nation is what Santiago calls his followers. And he gets very animated about that. And I'll have to talk to him a little bit more. Maybe in a couple weeks, I could talk to Santi and maybe get him on the page or get him on Talking Tuesday or Thirsty Thursdays. just for a quick segment, just so he can say hi. Well, let's see. He here's some of his accolades. And some of these are projects that he's doing right now. The Walking Dead, I've already said that. Rosa Leia. The Devil's Hollow. I've heard him talk about that. That is supposed to be good. I gotta find it. He's doing some good work, but I'm gonna tell you now, if it's too scared, I don't do a lot of horror movies. I don't do haunted houses either. You don't want to see this big guy start running, because when I start running, I don't stop for much. Walls, people, I'm joking. Children, I would pick them up, move them out of my way real quick. I would never bowl over a kid. Uh, Howard's Mill, Slaughtery. I can barely read this. Deadly Endings. That D kind of messed me up for a second. And he does a lot of things with anti-bullying. He does a lot of good stuff with veterans. He goes out and he is building his empire around other small businesses. He's not gobbling them up either. He's supporting them. And that's what we're here to do. I watch Santi every single day. I always say, "What's up, Santiago? Hiya!" Why does God's Father do that? I'm helping him with that one extra view. My one view could be the difference between him achieving his next milestone or missing it by just one. I'd rather be just that plus one, that all he needs to reach that next milestone. Not saying I am, because I'm nobody important, but just like your vote, everything counts. Well, let's see. He was at Halloween Market. I think this is that thing out in Utah. I can't tell. It has Ghostbusters, D93. That must be a radio show or a radio station. So yeah, he's doing his thing, man. He's out there just doing it. He's rocking it. He's got some good artwork on his page. He's got some good pictures of himself on the page in different movie settings. However, he is a veteran, 100%. You only have two types of veterans out there: U.S. combat veterans. You've got the veterans who, when they get out of the service, man, they grow this big, luscious beard, or they grow these big, long, luscious locks. I'm not one of those that can grow stuff on my head. So luscious locks are out for me. This here, goatee, and it's probably not the right term, but I don't care. This goatee is taking me almost 2 years to grow. Almost 2. I'm happy with it. But I digress again. Santi, I believe, is in the same boat I am. Can't grow that long hair. He can rock a luscious mustache and beard. Luscious. That might be our word for today. How's that, Nomad Nation? That's our word for today. Luscious. Scared City. That's what he was at. I knew I'd figure it out. Just take me a while. So, if you have a small business, something that you have a vlog, a podcast, or you just get on somewhere like StreamYard, like Godfather and Chungus and Fireball, and spit out your knowledge. Share whatever's on your chest. Let me know. Put it in our comments. I'll come watch you. I watch all day, every day. I'll set it up to where I watch Santiago, sorry. I'll set it up to where I watch yours. And if there's 4 others, I'll watch them too. I will. The only thing I ask is that you watch me too. Because it takes a village to get something off the ground. We all damn sure know that we are not rich. We're not the Kelseys. We can't come on here and have thousands upon thousands of followers, but we can have just as much fun. So, further ado, let's get to our main topic of the night, shall we? My iPad's acting goofy like always. Okay, so I believe the last NCAA football game that we had out was in 2013. It was either 12 or 13. I know by 14 we did not have it anymore. Only because they couldn't have players' names and likeness and all their stuff. The NCAA has been very goofy about all that crap. They've been goofy about it for a while, and they've kind of become a hypocrite now. So they started marketing this 25 about this time last year. And when they marketed it, I was all for it. Because I really enjoyed playing those college football games. I really enjoyed playing Madden. And I'll get to Madden here in a few minutes because I got some problems with Madden too. So I'm all hyped up to play college football. I'm watching X or Twitter or whatever the hell you call it now these days. And I'm watching what every team's overall is. Myself and Fireball are talking about this. Hey, Georgia's a 98. And by the way, these are not their actual numbers. So don't go screaming, guys, Father, you're telling it wrong. I already know I'm telling it wrong. I'm giving you an example. Georgia's 98. Yeah, I can see that. They're the defending national champs. Okay. Bama's a 97. I can see that too. They are a powerhouse, even though they just lost Rocky Top this last weekend. I get it. And we're debating why some of these are good and some of these aren't. Why I agree with some of the ratings, and some of the ratings I'm like, whew, what the hell are they smoking? I think they had Iowa or Illinois up in the 80s. Now, granted, Illinois has lived up to I think it was Illinois, has lived up to their 81 or 82, somewhere in there. For a program that has been historically bad, to get an 82, I would probably say that was highway robbery. So me and Fireball had a fun time with that. We had a very fun time, and I'm so sorry that it had to happen off camera because it was good. It was a good debate between me and Fireball of what teams should have the higher ratings, what teams shouldn't have the higher ratings. Some of them I agreed with. Some of them I thought were a absolute reach, and some I thought were just lowball. Just lowball. I digress. I thought some got robbed. So then I turn around and I start looking for entrances because I'm going to tell you right now, college football, in my opinion, and this is just mine, is one of the most exciting sports out there. It just is. You got the entrances. Virginia Tech coming out to Metallica, Enter Sandman. It'll give you goosebumps. Wisconsin, Jump Around. So I went to the game. The game did what they could do to bring in some of that college atmosphere. I'm sorry I cannot play as Virginia Tech under any circumstance. I will not play as Virginia Tech. Will not happen. Not a hokey. I don't hokey and I don't do the pokey. Sorry. They did do a very good job in bringing that stuff in. They brought in the Hawkeye Wave. If you don't know what the Hawkeye Wave is, go to YouTube, look up the Hawkeye Wave. If you have a heart, it'll bring a tear to your eye. The Iowa Hawkeyes, their opponent, the opponent's fans, and Hawkeye fans, they all spin around. They look up. There is a children's hospital right next to Kinnick Stadium. Right next door. They look up and they wave. They wave to give those children a little bit of hope. I am sure there's some money involved somewhere in there that they just don't tell us about. And that's okay, because those kids need it. That's in the game. Love it. It plays on to Wave on Wave. I don't know the artist. Sorry. It's a country song. You can look it up. So they put that in. Now, for those of you that don't know, I spent 25 years in the Army. My college rivalry game, and I did not go to either one of these two schools. In fact, I didn't go to college. Mine is the Army-Navy game. America's game. And in fact, that Saturday, when the Army and the Navy are getting ready to take the field, Nomad Nation will be gathering in the morning to get our weekly dose, and I say this very, very loosely, our daily dose of wisdom. You may see Godfather in a Black Knights shirt. Might. I will say, go Army, beat Navy. But let's get back into the game. The game delivered on graphics. Absolutely delivered. The game delivered on in-game broadcasting. That is something that even with hold on, I'm looking for it right now. Even with Madden, sometimes the commentation in the game is lacking. I thought that the EA Sports developers did a very good job with that. And it's not corny, but it ain't great. I'd give them a C. Oh man, I'm sorry guys. This camera, I'm trying a new setup again, and I'm trying to see which one I like, and I'm doing it live. I'm like 24 minutes into this, so I can't really stop it and go over. So we'll just keep going. Oh, it didn't take it. You son of a bitch! Facebook is not playing nice with me. Where was I at? Oh yeah, broadcasting. Not bad. Give them a C, C minus. Gameplay. I think gameplay is awesome. I really do. I actually like this gameplay better than Madden. I don't like the scouting. I don't like the recruiting. There's quite a few about it that I just don't like. You only get 60 points for a recruit. And to schedule a visit, it's 25. To DM a player, it's 5. And you're fighting with every other college out there, the AI. So even if you do it smart, and I've tried to do it smart, I run out of points and I lose to 5-star recruits. Now, yes, there is a way to cheat the game. Go on to Google, look it up. It's right there. But that's cheating the game. Now you're going to probably say, gosh, Father, you've already said that you mod on Fallout 76 or Fallout 4. I'm sorry. Because I beat the game. I beat it. I beat the main storyline. I beat the side quest. I beat the Brotherhood one. I beat the Railroad, the Minutemen. The only one I won't do, don't care, won't do it. That goddamn game's been out for 10 years now, and I still refuse to do it. I will not side with the Sense or the Institute. Won't do it. Can't do it. That's the only reason why I'm mod in that game. So for college football, I wanted to do it the right way. It's damn near impossible. Damn near impossible. You win a natty. You win the national championship on that game. Barely blips your coach. Barely. Now, I get it. You're out there saying, God's Father, answer this question. Why should that matter when you can set the damn thing on easy and you can drop the AI to next to nothing and win every game 72-0? You're right. However, you can't take your coach into online gameplay. Can't do it. Your coach is you. So if you want to have that crutch and you're an accolade whore, go for it. So I thought the leveling up of the coaches was a little weak. I'm going to give recruiting, scouting, a D. Coaching, a D. Now, here comes my biggest disappointment with this game. Biggest disappointment. You have all of these rivalry games. You've got the Army-Navy game. There's no trophy award. Unless it's the Commander's Cup or Commander's Trophy or whatever the whatever the 3 service academies does for whoever wins amongst all of them all year. I think it's the Commander's Trophy or Commander's Cup. Sure. I've never seen it presented at the Army-Navy game. It might have. Whatever. You've got the Cyhawk game. Iowa State. You've got the Paul Bunyan one up north. I think it's Wisconsin, Minnesota. You got the Floyd Pig, Minnesota, Iowa. You've got Stanford and Notre Dame. You've got Oregon State. You've got Virginia Tech. You've got uh, Miami Hurricanes, and I believe it's the Seminoles. You got Miami and Florida. You got all of these games where you have a trophy that these players literally kill themselves for. They go out there and play their hearts out for it. EA 25 took them out. You get this little thing at the very top, right here. It says, congratulations, you won the Cyhawk. Congratulations, you won the Paul Bunyan. Congratulations, you won the Floyd. In EA college football 13, I believe it was. I believe it was the last year for it. You had a trophy room. You had a trophy room where when you did this, it gave you an incentive. If you're an achievement whore, it gave you an incentive that when you won, and I'm going to pick a program out of the top of my head, Iowa. Only because I love the doggone Iowa. They're the pretenders of the country. When you got all of their awards, when you got all of their trophies, and you're playing as a coach, at the end of that year, you could look at whatever program you wanted to go to and go, I'm going to go get that Paul Bunyan. Might take me a couple years to get Minnesota built up. Or Wisconsin. Although historically you don't need Wisconsin to get built up. They're already built up. The Badgers just play. I don't understand it. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to play as a Badger. I'm going to go get that Paul Bunyan. But when you go into your trophy room, you still see the Cyhawk. You still see all these other trophies that you've got. The Natty, the Big Ten Award, the Pac-12 Award, Big 12 Award, SEC. You know, if you've been going around the conferences, you've got all the championship trophies. 25, why'd you take it out? Why? Are you telling me that you could put it into 13? Literally 11 years later, 12 years later, you couldn't put it back in the game? So I give you an F on that. Thank you for bringing back our college football. But stick it where the sun don't shine when it comes to our trophies. That's horrible. That makes being a coach non-existent. I did like the player part. The player part's pretty cool. The player part, and I haven't dug too much into it because I've been messing around with being a manager. I've been messing around with different programs, just seeing what I like. However, Fireball jumped into it, and I was just sitting there watching as a spectator. You have to keep your GPA up. You have to practice. And unless you cheat, you're not walking in as a 5-star. So you're not getting everyday playing time. So the game makes you work for it. I like it. I don't think you should have to work so hard for it. It's almost like MLB The Show. That's another franchise for sports where you can be drafted out of high school to the Cubbies or to the Twins or to the Dodgers or the A's, whichever one of the 31s you want to do. One of the biggest complaints with that franchise in I'd say from 2010 to probably 2017, 2018, they started fixing it, was you ground forever in the minors. It would take you in games it take you a couple years to go from AA to AAA. It would take you even longer to ascend to the major leagues. And then when you got there, you weren't even an everyday player. So if your player only had so much lifespan, by the time you were playing every day, and by the time you were being a Mike Trout, by the time you were being a Jose Canseco, by the time you were being anything, I am literally losing my mind, people. I put something down and now I can't find the goddamn thing. Telling y'all, I'm losing my mind. What the hell's going on here? Oh well, I'll find it. By the time you were a Kirby Puckett, an Aaron Judge, whatever, man, your career was just about over. So, San Diego Studios, who makes MLB The Show, they must have listened to the players because they've made it easier these last few years to make it to the MLB. On average, it takes about a season and a half now. Pretty good. EA Sports, you need to get your shit together. You need to learn from MLB. They got it going on. They understand their stuff. So with that part was pretty easy. It was get your GPA up, walk on, do practice, do your thing. And maybe by your senior year, you were able to play. Maybe. So with that, give them a C. C plus. No, let's downgrade that to a C minus. That sounds better to you. The dynasty isn't bad. Give that a B. The overall game, we waited a long time for you. I'd give the overall game a C plus. It's playable. It is fun. It's just minor tweaks. And maybe it's because Godfather has played this since 04 or 03 or 02. I don't remember when I started playing. But maybe that's the reason. If NCAA college football 26 comes out and they bring back the awards, if they bring back the trophies, they'll easily get to a B. Easily. Now let's go over to Madden. Madden. Ooh, Madden. What the hell's going on with Madden? The engine's slow. The graphics are, they're okay. They don't have, and they used to, maybe it's a licensing thing. Maybe it's a license, and I'll give them a break on this. Because they're doing the same thing with NHL, and I don't understand why they're doing it. When a team scores in real life, Philadelphia does that fly, eagle, fly thing. The Commanders, I still think they do the hail to the Chief, or hail to the Redskins. The Kansas City Chiefs still do the tomahawk chop. The Bucs still fire off their cannons, and I believe that's in the game. But I don't think any of the songs are. MLB The Show is the same way, when the Cubbies win, they don't play Go Cubs Go. Now, you go back to NHL 16, I think it was 15 or 16. I think it was 16. When the Blackhawks scored, they played Chelsea Dagger, their goal song. When the Ducks scored, they played their goal song. But all of a sudden in 17, with no warning to the player, out it goes. Out it goes. So EA Sports, I love you. Man, I love you. Your games are a good time burner. You don't really achieve nothing in them, but it's a good way to burn a day. But just because you guys don't have the best parts of pro football and pro hockey in there, you're already starting off at a C. Already. Actually, I put it at a C minus, below average. Because it's just the little things now. Sports games in general, they could do so much. They could. They don't. Sports games is also probably the one that you can turn on God mode, as I call it. You can have where you can force a trade and you can get every one of the big name players. I could take the Cubs, and you guys could probably tell I'm a one Chicago type guy. I don't like the Bulls, and I don't like the White Sox. Both of them can leave Chicago, and I'd be just fine with it. But I lost my train of damn thought. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. Goal songs and starting off at a C. Oh, God mode. I could take the Chicago Cubs and put all of the best players on it and run the damn table every year. Take my budget off. Put on forced trades. Do whatever I had to do and just run the table. You could do that. It might not be fun, but you could definitely do it. And that's why with the sports games, I'll play them, but I'm not crazy about them. That's why I like my Fallouts. That's why I like my GTAs. That's why I like my Ace Combat. That's why I like my Star Wars. Because they have a storyline. They have stuff to do. They have achievements. Some of these achievements in sports, in the sports games, you have to be on easy or rookie or amateur. Run a touchdown or a touchback or a kickoff for 105 yards. Get an achievement. Have a player get 2,000 yards in one season. Achievement. Every one of those achievements you can get just by turning the AI down, moving it to rookie. Taking the AI bar, and it's normally about 49, and you down to 0. Then you run the table on it. I could probably take the Cleveland Browns, as horrible as they are, turn the AI down to 0, and run the table. And probably get every achievement EA has out there. Some people are going to say, Godfather, you're just not being fair. If you want to be competitive, Godfather, you got to go online. You're right. But the other thing is, on all of these games, the games are biased. Like I was playing Sweet Kitty Pie in some baseball. She'd throw it. I'd smoke it out of the park. And then I'd get up to, I don't know, 4 or 5 run lead. Normally in baseball, that's a safe lead. She comes storming Norman back. Fireball, same way with Madden. He plays me, and I have it on video somewhere, and maybe I'll post it. I'll have to get his permission before I do it. The honest to God, it's slanted. So I don't think you can actually get a true testament of how good you really are. So, sports games in general, if it's going on in real life, if they have a trophy, put the trophy in your game. And I'm not talking you need to have it to where they're all dogpiling with the trophy over their head. Yeah, we won. You don't have to do that. Do the same thing that you do for Madden. When you win the Super Bowl, you show the stage, you show the guy up there with the Lombardi trophy, you bring the Lombardi trophy way up, and you spin that bastard around. Congratulations, you're Super Bowl champions. What are you going to do? I'm going to go to Disney World next season. Do the same thing with college football. Yay, you're natty champions. What are you going to do? I'm going to go to Disney World next season. They probably can't put the Disney World part in there because I'm pretty sure Disney would want to cut from their sales if they don't already own them. Kind of sad. If it's in real life, put it in your game. Or every one of you has an official Facebook, an official Twitch, an official X, an official oh god, it's gonna hurt my head trying to think of it. Y'all have your own YouTubes, y'all have your own everything. That other one. God damn it, what's the name of it now? TikTok. How can I forget TikTok? So yeah, there's that. You have all these. If you can't do it, tell your subscribers. Tell the world we can't do this because we can't get the license. We're used to it. If we're a sports fan, we're very used to it because all these teams are dicking us around on TV rights. If you're a fan of the Los Angeles Dodgers and you live 3 hours away, you still can't watch them. But if I'm a fan of them, and let's say I live on the East Coast, I can't watch the Nationals. I have to watch the Dodgers. Tell me what kind of sense that makes. We get it. We get it. Just come out and say it. We can't get the license. We're going to put the game out. We're going to put the best game we can, but the songs won't be there because we don't have the license to do it. I know you have the license for the trophies. I know that. You have the Heisman in there. You have all the individual awards in there. But you don't have the rivalry game ones in there. Shame on you. So with that, we're at just about an hour. Just about an hour. Let's talk about Thursday. What are we going to talk about Thursday, guys, Father? I don't have a clue. We might talk about Minecraft. I might get back into my streaming ways. I might start building that world a little bit more with you guys around me. I will be playing some GTA this week, only because I got to get going for the Nomad Gaming podcast. So I'll probably stream that. You guys can see me get blown up. It's been so long since I played it that it's going to take me probably a good 2 nights to remember how to do everything. And I might play some Ace Combat. I don't know. I might get the old VR set up. Let's just keep it fluid. Thirsty Thursday, I'll be sitting in here with a beer. You can't tell what kind of beer it is. I'm sorry. If you ask me in the comments, I'll tell you. I just can't have it on my broadcast. I don't want to get in trouble with any big organizations, and I like a lot of stuff. So yeah, I like my money even more. So with that, keep gaming, keep getting those achievements, be good, blow the motherfucker up if he needs it blown up. Peace and love. The old Godfather is out.